Tyler, a 30-year-old guy, had no luck with women. All his peers were long married, raising kids. Some even had sons in middle school. But Tyler couldn't seem to find the right match. "My parents are on my case," he told his buddy. "I want a family, but either women aren't into me or I've gotten too picky. Or maybe I'm just unlucky." "When are you gonna settle down, Ty?" his grandma, Ellen, would often say. "Your folks helped you buy that little apartment in town. It's small, but it's yours. Time to start building a life. Aren't you tired of being single?" "Leave me alone," Tyler grumbled. "It's not like I don't know what I need to do. There's just no one out there. Most women my age are married, and the ones who aren't don't see me as a catch." Tyler grew up in a small rural town called Fairview. When women heard he was from the sticks, they'd smirk and ghost him. After his army service, he settled in a nearby small city where he'd lived for years, but finding someone special still eluded him. His 30th birthday came and went quietly in Fairview. His old friends had all moved away, and his city acquaintances never became close. Tyler bounced between jobs, driving for a factory, working as an electrician at a mill, even pulling night shifts as a security guard at a construction site to pay off his apartment faster. He had plenty of acquaintances, but few real friends. Same with women. Plenty of casual chats, but nothing more. Tyler had started to think he was unwanted, resigned to marrying the first woman who'd have him as long as she was decently attractive. At his birthday dinner, Grandma Ellen announced solemnly, "I lit a candle for you at church, prayed to God to send you a wife. It's bound to happen, Ty." Tyler cracked a smile. "Ever try a fortune teller? What did the stars say?" His dad, Mark, chuckled. "Let the guy be. Times are different now. Everyone's rushing around, no time to really connect. He's too old for dances, and the bars are full of kids. It'll happen when it happens, right?" "Right," Tyler nodded. "Don't laugh," Ellen said sternly. "I prayed with all my heart." "Why didn't you pray like that before?" Mark teased. "I did for his health," Ellen shot back, wagging a finger. "Asked for a guardian angel. That's plenty. Everything has its time." The guests and neighbors left, and Tyler headed back to the city. He returned to Fairview a couple of weeks later when summer was in full swing and his boss gave him time off. The town was bustling with summer visitors, city folks with vacation homes. Tyler knew most of them, but there were always new faces. That July, he noticed a young woman in a simple white sundress who came to the creek every day. The weather was hot, the shallow water warm, and kids splashed around while she swam a little ways off. Tyler stole glances at her while fishing under the willows. He wasn't planning to talk to her and was about to leave when, to his surprise, she walked over, greeted him, and asked about his catch. "Just small stuff, mostly minnows. The big ones aren't biting today." "Want some? Take it," I offered. "Just bring the bucket back to that green house over there." They walked back from the creek together, climbing the gentle hill toward the gardens. "I could show you the woods," Tyler ventured. "There's still wild strawberries out there, and blueberries are ripe. Want to go?" The next morning, they were picking blueberries in the forest, chatting easily. "What did I tell you?" Grandma Ellen crowed, always the first to know the town gossip. "Nothing's happened yet," Tyler said, grinning. "We've only known each other 3 days, and you're already planning the wedding. I barely know anything about her." "This is a small town, son," Mark laughed. "The old ladies know your future before you do." The men roared with laughter. Still, Tyler met up with Lily every evening. During the day, he helped his parents with chores and squeezed in time to see her at the creek, where they cooled off in a quiet pool dotted with water lilies. "God, it's gorgeous out here," Lily said, awestruck. "Here?" Tyler raised an eyebrow. "This little puddle?" Look closer, she urged. Your eyes must be blind to it. This pool under the huge willow, branches draping like a canopy over us. The water lilies smell like honey, and the sunlight, it's everywhere. In the air, on the water, even on your face. And on yours too, Tyler said, matching her tone, as he offered her a hand out of the water. You look like a mermaid with that long hair. Beautiful. I'm just ordinary, and I know it, Lily said modestly, though she smiled. No need to exaggerate. Tyler didn't argue, but with each passing day, Lily seemed more radiant, more mysterious, more captivating. It was like magic, and within a week, he couldn't take his eyes off her. They explored all of Fairview's charms, the woods, the pond, the creek, the fields stretching for miles. They even took Tyler's beat-up car to a nearby farm, where they rode gentle horses. This is the best vacation ever, Lily said, beaming. Even a little romantic. But it's almost over. My time off's ending, and I've got to head back to Pittsburgh. You're from Pittsburgh? Tyler asked, surprised. I thought you said you grew up in Butler County. I did, but I've been working and living in Pittsburgh for 3 years. Got a room in a big old shared house, inherited from my dad's mom. Tyler's heart sank. Lily noticed his mood shift and asked what was wrong. You're gonna leave, he said honestly. Disappear, probably for good. City girls don't go for small-town guys like me. Too different. I got used to our time together. To you. Lily asked him to drive her to the train station. The next day, they headed to the city early to wander the historic downtown, visit the local museum, and stop by the big church on Main Street. Come over to my place. Your train's not till late. You can rest a bit. Though, fair warning, it's a mess. Renovations aren't done. It's cozy, Lily said, stepping into his apartment. It'll be great when it's finished. They cooked lunch together, ate, and settled on the balcony with mugs of tea, sitting on a fold-out chair. The setting sun lit up the small space, and birdsong from nearby trees drowned out their quiet conversation. It's so nice here, Lily said. Sunny, almost like the creek in Fairview. I don't want to go back to work, to all that hustle and bustle. She sighed and closed her eyes. Then she felt Tyler's lips on hers. Don't go, he whispered. Stay till tomorrow. We'd have a whole extra day. Please. Lily, eyes still closed, kissed him back, her arms wrapping around his neck. She didn't leave that evening. They spent nearly 24 hours in his bedroom. The next evening, he took her to the station, put her on the train, and begged her to call and come back soon. Lily was in a daze, her face pressed to the train window. Her eyes held love, sadness, and reluctance to leave. Tyler followed the train as it pulled away, his gaze locked on her until the last car vanished. Then he stopped, sighed, and headed home. He stayed in the city an extra day, lingering in bed, breathing in the faint scent of her perfume still on the sheets. Lily called to say she'd made it home safely, then her workday swallowed her up. She worked at a medical office's front desk. They talked every evening, whispering sweet nothings, promises of reunions, and small updates about their jobs, though none of it mattered as much as the flood of feelings washing over them, like diving into that lily-filled pool. Tyler went back to work, visiting Fairview only on weekends. He was moody, missing Lily terribly. "What'd you do, you old matchmaker?" Mark teased his mother. "Lighting candles for love. Now the boy's head over heels, and what, she's gone back to her city? Plenty of guys like Tyler there. He's moping, no spark in him." "There's no one like our Tyler," Ellen countered. "I'll keep lighting candles and praying for his happiness. He's my only grandson. Call me a matchmaker if you want." Ellen smiled and headed to the garden to pick berries for jam. Tyler and Lily's calls grew less frequent. He sunk into gloom, bracing for another letdown, and clammed up. He barely spoke to his family, just helped with chores and exchanged a few words when needed. Mark started to worry, feeling for his son. But one day, Alan burst into the house, practically shouting, "Tyler, we've got company! Put the kettle on!" "Since when do I make tea for your guests?" Tyler muttered, stepping into the kitchen. Then he froze. Lily stood in the doorway, a duffel bag in hand. They rushed into each other's arms, kissing, hugging, and sighing, oblivious to the stares of his parents, Ellen, and a nosy neighbor who'd popped in for gossip. "Lily," Tyler breathed, "you're here? Why didn't you call? I'd have picked you up. What's with the surprise?" "I couldn't stay away. Took some days off on a whim and came straight here knowing you'd be home. My small-town guy." "How long's it been? A month? More?" "Forever," Lily said, greeting his family. "Perfect timing," his mom Diane said warmly. "Come, lunch is almost ready." Tyler and Lily grabbed towels and headed to the creek. "I want to dive into our pool," Lily said, clinging to his arm. "It's warm, full of sunlight." Kids swarmed the creek. After a quick dip, the couple slipped into the nearby woods, sprawling on moss under pines, talking for nearly 2 hours. "I want to marry you, Tyler," Lily said first. "What do you think?" "Absolutely," he said, stroking her damp hair. "Tomorrow, if you want." "Then I'm stealing you away to Pittsburgh," she teased, laughing. "Are you okay living there with me forever? Our forever?" "Count me in," Tyler said. "Let's tell my folks now so they don't come looking for me." "No joking around," Lily said, tracing his shoulders. "This trip was all about kidnapping you. You're mine, and we're getting married soon." "Why not a city guy?" Tyler asked. "There's a ton of guys like me out there." "There's no one like you," Lily said, smiling. "And I'm not exactly a hot commodity in this city either. I'm an outsider too. But together we'll make it in that big, cold city." "And when we need to warm up, we'll come back to Fairview," Tyler laughed. "My family will be waiting. And mine will welcome us in my hometown. Trust me, they'll love you a lot. We've got to visit them this trip too." "What will they like about me?" Tyler chuckled. "That I'm a small-town guy too?" "Exactly." Lily kissed him, and they headed back to the house where Ellen and Diane had baked an apple pie from early harvest apples.